When will XRP pump again? That is the question. Let's take a look. Hello and welcome to the jungle, you savages. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the Crypto Jungle, we talk about all things crypto, whether it is technical analysis, fundamental analysis, product reviews, DeFi, whatever the case may be, whatever the topic of discussion is at the time, we will cover it. So in today's video, I want to talk about XRP. XRP is kind of, I'm in a state of disbelief, if I'm being honest, because the macro environment is really bearish, and I have very bearish outlooks on Bitcoin, and very bearish outlooks on Ethereum. But, I need to put my bias aside, and I need to take a look at what is going on with XRP. So we're going to run through the bullish scenario, we're going to run through the bearish scenario, but really what I want to teach you guys about is how you can identify when there is truly a trend shift in the markets so that you can deploy capital at a more advantageous time so that you are buying the bottoms and you're selling the tops. So if you're interested in learning how to identify those market shifts, I want to invite you to hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button to learn more about buying market bottoms and selling market tops. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at XRP here. And that is VeChain XRP. So with the Wyckoff method, it at its core is identifying when there is a trend shift. Now, the price cycle is always the same. Doesn't matter if you're in stocks, doesn't matter if you're in commodities, it doesn't matter. The price cycle is always the same. It's divided into four parts. You're going to have the accumulation, you're going to have the bull market, you're going to have the distribution, you're going to have the bear market. And what we're trying to identify as Wyckofians is getting in at the pivot at the beginning of the bull market and getting out at the end of the bear market, or, taking profits along with the whales during the distribution. But this is the more important part. Get in at the beginning of the bull market. And how you identify that is with accumulation ranges. Now, I'm taking a look at this range right here. Now, I will have to say that my macro analysis is very bearish, and that this setup could be considered an upthrust or a counter trend move here. Now, we did get a rejection kind of where I anticipated at the previous support levels, but we've been trading flat for a while, and we've developed a little bit of accumulation range. For those who are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. So you'll have a seller's climax, automatic rally, and a trading range developing through that, watching out for the sign of strength to become a participant in. So when we take a look at XRP, we have a lot of that. We have our seller's climax, we have our automatic rally, we have our secondary test, and we have our sign of strength. So we should be on high alert here with the potential that XRP could in fact begin to trade upwards. Now, before I go through the bullish case scenario as to what you would be looking for, let's just identify the trading range. So I'm going to move that across. I'm going to open it up to the automatic rally. Let's make this a little wider here. And this is our trading range. This is our Wyckoff trading range here. Now, I will say I do like the accumulation ranges to be a little bit longer term. This has been trading sideways, trading flat out of the context of a downtrend for only about 133 days, which is not a very long accumulation, but it doesn't mean that we can't be setting up for a bullish rally. It just means that the rally might not achieve some of the other levels that the less realistic YouTubers are saying could be in the cards for XRP. Anyways, I digress. What we're looking at is a few key points. Now, we have the seller's climax, we have our automatic rally, and we have a period of accumulation where the spread is tightening. That's a really good sign. We also have declining volume up until this point where we have our sign of strength. Very important observations here. This is pretty textbook. Now, just because something is textbook doesn't mean it's going to pan out. So what happens next with XRP is going to be incredibly important for you to pay attention to. We're going to run through the bullish scenario first, then I'm going to explain what to look out for the bearish scenario, okay? And there's a silver lining to the bearish scenario as well. So let's just back this up a little bit, get rid of our drawings. The bullish scenario is that this is a true sign of strength. We have a sign of strength move, and we're going to go into what's referred to as our backup phase, our BU. So if we can continue to hold this level that is basically on top of the middle of this trading range, if we can hold that, break out of it, and even better, break above this area of the resistance identified back here from the previous support levels, there's a very high likelihood, there's a very high chance that we are going to begin a rally in XRP, which, like I said, shocks me. I don't really believe that, but I have to put my biases aside when I see something like this. This is, you know, it's relatively, it's a bullish setup. There's a textbook setup here. Doesn't mean that I'm rushing out and buying XRP just yet, because I want to see how this plays out. There's a bull flag forming. If we break the bull flag, it's going to be a good setup for those to go long. So that's the bullish case scenario. Now, bearish scenario, because of the macroeconomic environment, because of the state of the stock market, because of the state of Bitcoin and Ethereum, we don't have a bullish leg to stand on very well. But so, you know, there is the possibility that this ends up being an up thrust action. UTA, and yeah, that's as good as I can print. So we again have this flag formation. What we need to look out for is if we break down into this flag, I anticipate we go back down to the bottom of the range. Now, I know that a lot of the XRP community, they don't like to hear when anybody says, you know, I think the price is going to go down. And I'm not necessarily saying that. What I am saying is if we start to trend in that direction, if we break below the middle of this line here, we're probably going to go to the bottom. And when we go to the bottom, we're probably going to stay at the bottom for at least the same amount of time that we had back here. So we did identify that that was about a accumulation range of approximately, that was about 130 days. So I would anticipate that if we did break below this level and begin to trade again, we would be looking at another 132 days, which would bring us into, well, let's see, let's move this over a little bit. If we broke down approximately this time, nothing super scientific here. Let's give it 120 days just to give us a better idea. So that would be about February or March of next year. So spring of next year would be a potential if we do go for another Wyckoff accumulation range known as the double bottom. So the only reason I'm bringing up the double bottom is just because of the fact that I do think the market is working against this trade. And I think that, you know, it would be a better and stronger setup if we had more time to accumulate. So if we do end up doing a double bottom formation, there is a silver lining associated with that. It just means that we're building up more energy so that when the bull market comes in, you're going to achieve higher levels. You're going to achieve higher price markers. So I hope that helps in your identification of, knowing when this trend changes. But to keep it really simple and remind you all, we really need to take out this level right here at around 50, 60 cents. So if we can break above this level at around 60 cents and stay above it, that's probably going to be your pivot point. If you can get above that pivot, it's a highly probable outcome that we do continue a more sustained rally. So that's all the time I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you would like to learn more about the Wyckoff Method and how I trade and invest in this cryptocurrency market, links below. I am running a sale right now, an additional 20% off any of the packages that you choose. So that means if you did sign up for the yearly package of the private VIP Discord, you would get effectively 50% off because it's already a 30% discount. So 50% off if you use the coupon code SURVIVOR. You guys are the bear market survivors, so I want to give as many benefits to those who have stuck it out thus far. The people that stick it out in the bear market are the ones that end up killing it in the next bull market. So that's all the time I got for today. Please enjoy yourselves and trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.